Hi, Leo babies. This is your mid-May through mid-June 2026 pet reading. First, we're going to look at what your pet wants you to know, like about their life, like what they're feeling and how they're experiencing the world. And we're going to look at what your pet wants you to know about what they see in your life. My belief is that pets are psychic because they like literally have different vision than us. So starting your reading, what your pet is experiencing. And remember, I am not a veterinarian, Leo. I am a YouTube channel reader. So always listen. Starting your reading, we've got the Three of Fishes or the Three of Pentacles. So your pet like is feeling like they're like working in community, sort of. So I don't know if you have like a working animal or if like other animals they're feeling connected to, but or maybe even they're feeling very connected to you, but they feel like they're like accomplishing things with others. Leo, we've also got the Page of Wands. So they really feel like they're like putting themselves out in the world. You know, they're like showing off and learning and growing through experience. You could have a young pet, Leo. We've also got Death. Don't be scared by death. I think that they are, so my belief is that animals are able to see spirits. And so I think that your animal might be seeing spirits and that might be stressing them out a little bit. So they might like be staring at a wall or something and then they get scared or they run off or they bark or, hiss at things that you can't see. But I think that your pet is feeling just a little bit like diligent right now because they're like seeing spirits. So it might be helpful. You're a spiritual person, like to do some cleansing around your house. You can use like a bell to do some cleansing. Like even when your pet seems anxious for no reason, you can use a little bell. I often recommend to use like things that if you're using sacred smoke, use like what's around you. If there's like, for instance, in New York City, mugwort grows wild. So like you can put that and dry it and like burn that to cleanse. But using things, always like check with like an herbalist or whatever to make sure it's safe. But try things around you, often things that you can like pick with your hand. Okay, so clarifying this Death card is the Knight of Pentacles. So they are very much experiencing in this real world like a lot of spiritual energy. This is a very psychic pet, Leo, and they're experiencing a lot of psychic energy right now. And that's why I'm saying like they're growing in it. They're growing in this like skill, just like some people are psychic, if you believe that. Some people are able to see spirits, while some animals are more psychic than others and see spirits differently. We've also got with the Nine of Swords, clarifying that, Leo, is the Six of Swords. So they do feel like this is ending. Like they do feel like whatever, like the difficulty that they have been experiencing. So maybe you are taking some action to help them be calm. But like I would definitely recommend some like spiritual cleansing in your house if that applies to you, if it feels right for you. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords because I think your pet maybe feels like they're being defended or protected. The Four of Pentacles. Oh yeah, they feel like they're protecting the house. They feel like they need to protect and defend their house. So if your pet is doing that a lot, like I said, some spiritual cleansing might help. You can use a bell. You can literally like just get pots and pans and like clink a lot of sounds and like use the sound and like your intention to get the energy to dissipate. You can use like sacred smoke. I recommend against wild sage. Unless that is your culture. But find even resins like frankincense resin or rosemary oil or dried rosemary is really great for cleansing too. And rosemary is great for protection too. I love rosemary. All right, so to clarify this Page of Wands, we've got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is one of our very most psychic cards in the deck, if not the most psychic card. And so I really want you to focus on like how your pet is growing like in this like energetic spiritual way. They might even become more attuned to you and your like emotions and might feel like they can read your thoughts and stuff. But yeah, this is a very special pet, Leo. Let's get some clarity on this Three of Fishes. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. I'm sorry if you can hear. I live in Brooklyn, New York, so there's like a helicopter going over because we have a lot of helicopters here. They're like our birds, um, but the Queen of Pentacles is clarified the Three of Fishes. So the Queen of Pentacles is very much about like the home and building and like just like creation and fertility and stuff like that. So your pet is feeling like the home is getting more like stable and safe because the Queen of Pentacles brings a sense of safety to them. Like it. So let's see what your pet is seeing in your life right now. The Seven of Wands. So you might have some boundaries up, or you might be having some difficulty, like maybe I get at work for somebody, or you just might be having some frustrations happening in life. We've also got the Nine of Swords. Your pet also have the Nine of Swords. So that's very interesting. Y'all are very connected. A lot of these pet readings have gotten that where like the pet and the owners like both get the same similar cards. We've also got the Six of Cups. So you might be feeling stressed about things from the past, or like childhood memories, or just things that have happened, Leo, in the past that are making you feel stressed out, and you're just kind of like repeating it in your head. You've got the Hierophant. So your pet sees you with this ability to stabilize, because the Hierophant is a very stable card emotionally and like connected to tradition and learning and things that make sense, like math and stuff. The Nine of Wands. So your pet sees you carrying a lot, like you're stressed. Maybe you're stressed out. Maybe that's a part of why they're seeing so many spirits, because spirits get attracted to like stressful energy when you carry a lot. This, like, a lot of spirits are like, ooh, what's going on? Because it's a vibration that is very unique and very intense and complex. We've also got another High Priestess. That's very interesting. This is your second one. So your pet sees you being very psychic also. So if you're into things like energy work or spell work, or things different spiritualities that are not the common ones, just remember that like you need to cleanse your space, you need to set up protection, and if you're protected, you need to protect your pet also spiritually. We've got the Lovers, cute. So your pet sees, either is feeling very connected to you, or sees that you've got like connections in the world that make a lot of sense. I like it. Okay, Leo, let's clarify a couple of these. Let's clarify this Nine of Wands. Just taking a look at the drama outside in Brooklyn. All right, so the Nine of Wands clarified by death. So spirits, that's your second death in the reading. We've got two death cards, Leo. So more spirits and the Nine of Wands. So if you are doing spiritual work, again, I'm going to say it again, you're doing spiritual work, you need to make sure that you're spiritually protecting your home and your pet and your cleansing, because there's causing some stress. Let's check out this. Let's clarify this High Priestess. I wasn't expecting the reading to go down this route, but okay. Much more psychic than I anticipated. The High Priestess is clarified by the Knight of Cups. So you do have a lot of like love in your heart, like how strong your heart is, Leo, is protecting you and your pet a lot. Your love and what you bring into the world is really bringing a sense of protection and is helping the situation. Cute. All right, so let's, before we go, let's get some local cards on what your pet wants you to focus on for them. And if you're still watching, thank you so much. Come back tomorrow. I post readings almost every day. And if you really like this reading, then hug the like button or the subscribe button, and an oracle card from your pet. I am unique. So the back of the card says, be yourself. You know, you're a bit of chameleon, and you're okay with that. Yeah, just be yourself. Like, be your, if you are a very psychic person, or you're just like getting into spirituality or like vibes and stuff, explore what feels right for you. And also cleanse. Your voice is your superpower. So like I said, the back of it says you can change the world. Like I said before, like your voice, the things you say call energies into your space. And it's really important, Leo, that you recognize your power there. We've also got believe in yourself. As I say, recognize your power, take advantage of uncertainty. Remember that you are this, like, your thoughts, your heart, your heart is so strong, Leo. You have such a strong heart. And so that creates energy that can really help a situation or can cause like drama. If you're for you, um, if you're like down in the dumps and stuff. So pay attention to your heart. Anyway, Leo, thank you for watching and come back tomorrow and have a good rest of your day, week. Bye.